Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your What's Cracking reading for Thursday the 4th of May. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and all the support you give me. Please remember, if the reading resonates, to give me a thumbs up. It really helps to grow the channel. If you are interested in classes, all the classes are listed below. We're into July now. I have a couple of spots left in the last group in June. If you are been watching the daily diaries, or you haven't been watching the daily diaries, I'm about to strike up a Zoom group for those people who want to chat about stuff. A little bit easier than doing it on YouTube or Facebook, because everybody can talk, of course. So I'm starting to do that. Please send me your interest if you are interested in joining us there. If you are interested in a personal reading, my details are below, and if you would like to help support the channel, then there's a Goodwill donation button on my Aussie Goddess page. Look at that. See, I did it all in one breath this morning. Usually I get all stumbly and not terribly good at selling myself. Okay. All right. We are using the Connolly Tarot for this reading this morning. They've been very potent readings this week. And I know everybody's been sort of writing to me and letting me know how everything's been affecting them. The moon energy yesterday, or whatever it was yesterday, was pretty tough on everybody. I had a lot of comments on my pages from people who were experiencing the heavy energies yesterday. So hopefully everybody's feeling a little bit more in tune with things today. All right, so we have the Three of Wands coming out first. Now, I really like this card this morning. It has a really light energy to it. I feel people are just sort of looking forward now, trying to look at what's coming up rather than sort of sitting wedged in the past. There's a really nice light feeling of looking forward here. The Temperance card is here too. So the Temperance card talks about balance, bringing things into perspective, feeling really comfortable with where you are. It's also about divine timing too, so maybe feeling a little bit more positive, a little bit more focused. We have the Hierophant here too, the High Priest. Now, he talks of big structures and government organisation, tradition, church, religion, but at the much more practical level. So there's some sort of stability here. This is really nice. So have the Five of Wands. So it's like you want to move forward now. Yeah, okay. So I think we're really close to closing out some sort of cycle here. I feel that there's a little bit of sort of, I don't know, feeling of anticipation about the future, but feeling like in a really solid, grounded place at the moment. Really ready to bring the future in, really ready to welcome in new things. Maybe this is the universe opening up, because things do seem to be sort of going back to normal a little bit, whatever normal is. And I feel like here that you're ready, and perhaps you've done a lot of work while you've been sort of in lockdown, because there's this feeling now that you're ready to embrace whatever comes your way. There's still a little bit of reluctance, still a bit of nervousness around the whole, going forward and getting into things, but you may have made some huge decisions around the time that you've been sort of away from everybody. So maybe it's time now, and you feel sort of ready for that. I feel the universe is ready for you too. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups coming straight out. Now that's a really nice card to start the day with. The Two of Cups talks about a soulmate relationship. It talks about two people being brought together to sort of assist each other on their pathway. Now, sometimes this can be romantic. It could be a family member, a friend. It could be a mentor, but it's someone who has this soul family connection to you. Someone who's helping you move forward, basically. All right, and then we have the card of Justice. So this is the card of, well, it's both legal and karmic justice. But what it's about is about bringing things back into balance in the universe. So when we see this card, it means that something has either just been brought back into balance or is about to be brought back into balance. Maybe you're dealing with someone here that you have either lost contact with, not communicating with. There's some sort of energy here of this not sitting right with the universe. So if you've had some sort of fallout with someone that you were very close to, or you've lost contact, or there's no contact here, it's very possible here that the universe is trying to get this back into its balance. Something's not right in the universe. All right, so you have the Page of Swords here. Now the Page of Swords is a messenger. He has a message of truth, but I feel more strongly that this is coming across as that energy of someone watching you, someone who's starting to feel this karmic justice here. Now it could be for some of you legal justice here around a relationship as well, because this has a little bit of a feel to legal separation here. But someone's been keeping a very close eye on things, whether this is a relationship or a relationship that has sort of been torn apart, whatever it is, for whatever reason, somebody's really keeping a close eye on things at the moment. All right, and then we have the Sun. Very nice. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, and then we have Death, transition. Major arcanas everywhere again this morning. I'm just going to take another card, Page of Pentacles. And let's just get a feel for this. Okay. I feel this is what the universe is doing at the moment. So the universe is trying to put something right in the universe, because there's people here that are not happy. And the universe, spirit, your higher self, God, whatever you see as being your higher self, is putting something right here that's not right in the universe. If you're not talking to someone at the moment, they're going to bring this person in to talk to you. If you are waiting for someone to make communication, it is about to take place here. You've got a person here who has been going through some sort of transformation, but has also been trying to work out what their happiness is here, what makes them happy. And they're trying to understand perhaps the relationship with you at whatever level that is. So it could be a relationship of siblings, it can be a relationship of family, but there's some disruption to that relationship here. And this person is really trying to understand not just the disruption, but the space that's been left in their life from this disruption. So the emptiness. And they're desperately trying to understand what it was about you or your relationship that made them feel so happy. And I feel like they're either watching you or trying to understand you more, to understand what was this feeling that you brought them, this contentment, this happiness. I feel perhaps that they've been through some sort of transformation, probably quite recently, probably started some sort of an awakening process, and they're starting to piece together now what was going on. So it was like perhaps, you know, whatever happened in the past, I think when you stopped talking or when you had some sort of separation here, perhaps this person didn't really understand the depth of that situation, the depth of that friendship or that understanding, because they're realizing how their life has been very dark without you there. And they're going through some sort of realization about that. Now, for some of you, this is definitely a family member. Whoever this person is really starting to explore the dark places to understand more about themselves and what it is about you that made them feel so content and so happy. And they are going to come forward with communication, and they are probably going to land with some sort of gift. So for some of you, it may be, you know, a gift of an apology. It could be a tangible gift here. But something they're offering here is a peace offering. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups. So some of you dealing with perhaps a mother figure. For others of you, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We do have the Hermit card coming out. So there's Virgo, Scorpio, Libra here. All right, Six of Wands. So we've definitely got this beautiful coming back together of two people that have been separated from each other. I feel that the separation was necessary. I feel that there needed to be time for both to heal from some sort of issue or problem that came between them. It could be for some of you a mother figure who's come between you and two other people. There is this feeling of lacking. When I look at the cards just tell such a beautiful story, and sometimes I think it would be really nice if you could see how the cards look to me. I have a person who's looking towards the sun, who's wondering what it was that they were missing in their lives. I have this karma card looking at that person going, what is wrong with you? You know, go out and sort this out. I have the transition card looking at the karma card going, you know, what do you think you're doing? Get out there and fix this. The cards just sit so beautifully here in trying to understand why this has got to the point it's got to. But I guess time had to pass. There's a lot of emotion here, and time had to pass in order for this person to understand what they were missing, because I think that there was something with this person that they didn't have any weight on the situation when they walked away. So it may have been that they just went, you know what, we're separating, we're not talking, so what, so be it. And that's sort of the energy that they were giving off here. But I think they'd come to some sort of realization about how much that impacted them in their lives. We do have the Victory card here, and we do have the Page of Wands. So I do have in this reading all pages, so a lot of communication happening. So now it's time to look out towards the future. There seems to have been a balance and a stability brought in here. I feel this is sort of like bringing it round to how it needs to be. This needs to be closed off. So there's some sort of situation that's closing off here, and there's a lot more sort of stability. I feel that there is still some anxiety around this and how it's going to turn out, but a lovely feeling that things are much more stable and things are back in their place. And maybe they've been out of place for a while. Maybe, this could be you two sort of checking somebody out, asking about how somebody's going. Maybe there was a complete cut-off of contact and you've had no contact with this person. And having no contact has been really difficult because you haven't been able to sort of check out what's been going on. But I feel like this was all necessary for you to understand, or for the other person to understand the relationship between the two of you. There's been a lot of growth here. The Hermit tells me that, you've probably both gone inside to have a look at, this sort of, the Hermit's got this beautiful sun in his hands in this deck. So he's been trying to work out what it was about your light that made them feel good, or what it was about you, having you around, what brought in a lot of joy and happiness for them here. Okay, all right, so the Empress is coming out with the Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. So someone here wants to now invest in this relationship or this situation. Someone has realized they want to bring something new to this situation. Perhaps they, whatever happened before needs to sort of go, but there needs to be new energy invested in this situation now. I do feel like this person has walked away from, other things in their life that perhaps haven't brought them the joy that perhaps you did. So for some of you, it could be a relationship where someone's walking away from another relationship because they realize they're not completely content where they are. But definitely somebody who now wants to invest in this situation or in you. So for some of you, as I said, it could be, that people have maybe come to some sort of realization here that maybe they made a decision to walk away from something without really understanding the benefits it brought them. Oh, there it is. You've got Taming the Wind coming out here. We need to have a change of cards. I'll see if I can get around to doing it this weekend. I love changing the cards. We loves change. Okay, Taming the Wind. Oh, and there we are straight away. Excellent. It's time to clear your energy, be present, and become conscious of how you communicate. This is a good time to write in a journal and put your thoughts into a cohesive form. Perhaps you need to actually do a smudging ceremony in your home or office, creating a sacred space to write about your dreams and desires. Just remember that when taming the wind appears as a symbol, it's time to honour the Great Spirit with reverence and respect. The medicine here says it's time to clean up any misunderstanding with others. Clear the air after disagreements and allow others to share their side of things. You are now called to being a good listener. This is not a time to be right. It's a time for you to understand rather than to be understood. Good things come out of this restraint of tongue and pen. You'll be surprised at how things get resolved when you allow all sides to have value. Well, didn't that compliment the reading beautifully? Have a wonderful day.